What is in my belt kit? There's a lot of belt kits and none of them look like mine. Let's go ahead, give you something to look at over there while I strip for you. But first, let's do a good twirl so you can get a good look at that thing, okay? Boom. Now, there's a lot of belt kits out there and you definitely shouldn't clone mine. Why should you not clone mine? Because it's made for me. It's made for my applications and not yours. We all do different things in this world and what I do is probably not what you do. That being said, you can watch this video and get some ideas and concepts on what you might want to integrate into your systems. Okay, so let's go ahead and start on this right side. Cobra buckle right here, a large carabiner, D-ring, whatever you want to call it, that can actually support some body weight in case I have to use it in some weird situation. Now from here I have electrical tape, multiple uses for electrical tape. One of the secret uses I use this for a lot, especially in the military, is going to be in my 5 budget modifications for your AR-15. Go watch that video to find out what I use this electrical tape for. Second is going to be these gloves. I have no idea who makes these gloves. It says First here, so First, but these are very thin gloves made from a leather that I have no idea what, but I can tell you why you know they're my favorite gloves, and that's because I trimmed the finger on there for this finger right here. So, you know, this is clearly trimmed back and that means I actually like these gloves. Now going from here, I do have a controversial kit setup, and that is the dump pouch in the front of my kit. Why is it in the front of my kit? Because usually I'm using my dump pouch for administrative purposes, whether I'm throwing a book in there or like a notebook like this, or I'm throwing magazines in there, or right now I have a pack of gloves stuffed in there. Whatever it might be, even some loose ammo, I'll go ahead and chuck in there. I'm doing a video on de-leading your kit. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for de-leading your kit. If you have wives, children, any of that stuff out there, you definitely want to stay tuned for that video. Now, going on from here, dump pouch out of the way. By the way, this is a Condor, I think. Yeah, Condor dump pouch. I have a freaking G-code magazine holder for a pistol mag. I throw a multi-tool in here, and I have this sweet tie down because I lost an M17 magazine once, and yeah, that was a freaking headache. Now, from here, I have a Midwest Armor double magazine pouch. A great company, so great that somebody slandered their company in my comment sections. I reached out to them about that comment and about that individual, and their vice president of that company reached out to that individual saying, hey, you know, if we messed up, let us fix it. And that guy ghosted the VP of that company because he went down in the comment section because he had some freaking hatred for this company for no reason, and the VP got involved to sort that out. But great pouch. I have a video on this pouch itself. I'll go ahead and open it up so you can see what I keep in there. So clearly I have a notebook in this front zipper, nothing else. And this doesn't stay in this zipper. I just had it in there because I was out shooting and logging some times. But if I open it up, I have, oh, can't show that. Go ahead and set that back here. I've got some standard range cards, protractor, 9-line, all that great stuff in here. I've got some more maps in here of like hiking locations and stuff I like to go hike at. I have some lithium AA batteries in here for kit. I've got some freaking fog because I wear a mask for YouTube, and if you ever go out shooting in a rainy day, you definitely want this fog stuff right here to keep your glasses from not fogging up. This I got from the Army, so I don't know if they sell this, but if they do, I assume it gives you some form of cancer. I assume, I don't know, but if the Army gave it to me, it probably gives you cancer, but it also means it works. So go ahead and set this to the side here. I have a headlamp with some looms tape because if you're using your headlamp, it's probably gonna be dark outside, which means you're probably gonna lose your headlamp. Another thing here is this headlamp is modified with some heat shrink on each side. That way this headband does not fall off of it. You can tell a lot of my kit is definitely modified for my particular situations. And guys, let's be honest here. If I'm doing this shit, it means I actually use my kit, which means I actually kind of know what the fuck I'm talking about. But some people in the comment section, you're like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Perfectly fine. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe for that comment though. Now inside here, I just have literally the cheapest monocular for, you know, looking out at distance. This is a 10 to 25, and what this is mostly used for is if we're zeroing rifles and we don't want to walk all the way back, I can get a good sight picture on that zeroing target so I can tell them how to adjust. Now from here, I have zip ties, ammo tags. Why zip ties? Straps break, things break, everything breaks. This weighs absolutely nothing, and when your buddy snaps his strap on his freaking rucksack and you can walk by with this, a little bit of paracord and or tape, you are a godsend, and he will thank you and blow you behind the freaking porta-johns. Keep some zip ties on you. Now from here, I have this Sharpie and a paint marker. I should have a silver Sharpie somewhere too. Did it fall out or something? Yeah, it did fall out. Bada boom, bada bang. And a silver Sharpie. I like to use this primarily when marking freaking optics and stuff like that after it's zeroed, and marking those bolts on those freaking optics just to make sure that they're not coming off slowly and gonna jiggle off and lose them. And then also you can use a paint marker for that. It's usually, you know, user's discretion on which ones they want. And of course a Sharpie for marking targets. Oh, paint marker too. Say I need to zero a rifle and we just have some cardboard we're shooting at because we're not millionaires. I like to use the Sharpie to put a nice white dot on there so I can, you know, have a point of aim to shoot at, especially with the cardboard. Pops out more than a black Sharpie here. Now, I think that's about it on this freaking pouch, guys. Other than the magazines here, clearly I have two different kinds of magazines here, and that's for a video that I was filming the other day, and that's just showing different ways to tie down your magazines. Clearly you have the Chad best magazines you could possibly have, which are, you know, order aluminum or steel, you know, GI magazines like this with that tie down going through that lip. But you can also do tie downs with these P mags. And actually, is this a P mag or a Pro mag? No freaking clue. But you can do a knot on that paracord and then bada boom, bada bang. You know, you can pull that out there. I have some tahine. Why do I have tahine? Because freaking Texican, I guess, is the best word to say there. But I love tahine. I can lie to you and say this is, you know, in case you get a little dehydrated, you can take some of this little bit of salt and a little bit of water and it'll boost your electrolytes or some BS like that. But it's because I have a freaking problem. This is attached, so I can quickly detach it for when the taco truck does pull up and then reattach it. Don't ask me where I got this from because I genuinely do not know. From here, I have a Zen container, I mean a grenade pouch. However you want to use it is however you want to use it. Clearly, I'm not using this in a military role. Now from here is a double magazine pouch, a USGI double magazine pouch. Why are these so great? Why are they so sexy? One, boom, you can carry some water in here. If you ever look at my TAPS kit, I am running, you know, clearly 6 mags on that TAPS kit, and I have 2 USGI double magazine pouches, and that's because when you go to schools, they don't allow you to freaking have like any non-issued pouches on there. So I'll run these USGI pouches so I can run some water bottles or keep my notebook or whatever else I need in those pockets. Now from here, I have a Dara holster setup. Don't ask me how I feel about Dara because I genuinely do not know. I have 2 or 3 of their holsters. This one is clearly just for fun on the range. I dissuade most people from not having a level 3 holster or a level 2 holster that's actually got some retention over that so the trees don't steal your weapon system. For me, I'm not worried about the trees stealing my weapon system because I'm out at the flat range, but if I was, I would definitely want an extra point of retention on my handgun. Now from here, if I break down this holster, this opens up, you can throw it on your belt kit. And the reason I don't have it affixed to this belt is because I'd rather not. I'd like to, when I'm mowing the yard or doing some yard work, I'd like to take this holster off, throw it on my normal belt, and then keep having a handgun on me. That's just the way I prefer to run it. It doesn't dedicate this belt to, you know, a particular, I wouldn't say a particular holster because it does have a QD mount, but it doesn't, I don't know, guys. I'm just rambling at this point. It's the way I like setting it up, so it's the way it is set up. Sometimes you'll see me with a little pig sticker or something on here. It just kind of depends. But other than that, guys, go ahead and get off my range. Like, comment, subscribe. Now get off my range.